CB agency. We did this. Yeah, I think we did that. We did this floor, so this floor's all done. But I'm gonna work a little bit on this world. I might add another layer, because I don't really want to continue on this building. I want to get to another block. Anyway, I want to react. If you don't know me, I actually work at a restaurant job, and I'm going to react to most disgusting fridges in kitchen nightmares. I want to say I have a 1 out of 10, being 1 being that literally needs to be ripped out and replaced, the 10 being it's beautiful. I'd rate our fridge about a 7. It's got 1 spill at the bottom that we can never clean up. But overall, everything's wrapped perfectly. It's all cool temperature. It's mopped every single night. And it is traversed in without anybody coughing or sneezing. And we all are, well, decontaminated, to say the least. But sadly, the same cannot be said for, I'm assuming, the fridge that we're going to see on this video.
Take it. This is chicken. So you've got cooked
Gross.
gyro, cooling down, and you've got cooked meat sat next to raw chicken.
No! No. Absolutely not. Unacceptable. If you're going, if you want to cause a contamination of food, sit any food you want near raw chicken. I am so nervous of raw chicken, I let it sit for up to an hour in a pot with bubbles. Now, I'm probably going to use a little bit of bleach if I can, if it doesn't cause a biohazard or a chemical hazard. I let raw chicken buckets like this decontaminate for an hour in suds before I even touch them. Ugh. I hate doing that at my job, but hey, someone's got to do it. Anyway, this is absolutely unacceptable. Raw, oh my god, stupid UI, why? Oh my god, I hate this. Mojang, can we please, I remember when you could just press double square and it'd clear your entire hotbar, man. I remember that. That is so nice. They need to bring that back. Like, if you have the center slot selected and you press double square, you should be able to do a full removal. Like, full... I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this is unacceptable. Raw meat should be 100% separated from cooked meat. This is not...
In a different tray, so
not acceptable.
In a different tray, and on top of covered basket of chicken. You cannot store...
No!
Anywhere near raw Rule number 1. Just smell that.
Oh, God.
Just smell that.
Let's go. I want to say, I don't know how long anything lasts in our fridge. Like, but I think the most we keep things into our fridge before we throw them out, probably like a week or so. We don't keep things long term like these guys. Here's a bad thing about these guys, is that, by the way, I am in no way dissing people. I'm not trying to roast people or be rude to them. I'm just simply pointing out the errors that people have made, like Gordon is doing in this situation. These people aren't bad people for doing this. They just think that it's right, but it's not. They have a mentality of, oh, if I throw something away, that's going to be a waste. When you start hoarding rotten food and letting it, rot more, that is a biohazard. It starts to create a hazard for people, not only just because that food is rotten, but then that contamination spreads to other foods, and it becomes a whole shit show, where if it gets so bad, you have to literally decontaminate the entire freezer, then you have to just rip it. In worst case, you have to rip the entire damn thing out. But you have to throw all the food away, which costs money, and you have to get brand new food, and you have to decontaminate between those two steps.
Smell that. Fucking Can you smell it?
Yes, I smell it.
Yeah, go on, what's it smell of? Can you tell me what that smells of? Because
What's it called? I have cleaned what's it called my 3 months of working there. I've cleaned one moldy / rotten batch of food, okay? And that wasn't, it was blue cheese. And it wasn't absurdly moldy like this. It was actually a very small container of it. That's the only container. I've washed hundreds, thousands of dishes. And only one has contained rotten food. And that rotten food wasn't blatantly rotten. It had a little bit of mold in it. This is like 100 times
that
more.
sounds like shit. That is disgusting. Have you any idea how long a jar needs to sit?
Where did you find this?
Where the fuck do you think I found this?
If it's old, we should have just thrown it out.
Exactly.
Any idea how many years that needs to be in? All these fucking...
I would rather throw out. If I had $100 dish, I'd rather just throw the damn thing out and just get a brand new one. I don't want to risk a severe stomach ache, man. I hate stomach aches, and this is a great way to get a stomach ache. Is a contamination. People must be nose blind or something because they don't know when to throw away food. And I know it's bad to throw away food. Nobody's gonna want to eat rotten food. And a lot of the times this problem is caused when people buy a ton of food. I mean, I'm saying like they buy way too much food than what they can sell. That's probably what happened to that cheese I found. But yeah, this mentality is very, very detrimental to restaurants. I know it's great not to waste food, but it's kind of extreme when people, you know, like make sure their food sits for like months. It is a biohazard and a human health hazard.
Years.
All these jars and my children's life was stored at the back of the fridge. Just...
This has been 8 years over there.
Oh,
How many years?
that is disgusting.
Ugh.
Oh my
It
god.
looks like urgent gonads.
How old are they? They're not that old.
2 days.
That's 2 days old.
No, there's...
Only 2 days.
That looks bad.
See that there? Blood. Blood from where? From the meat. Blood from the meat.
Oh,
on
no.
The mozzarella sticks.
Ugh. No. Blood. It is okay if you serve food with blood. A little bit of blood. In fact, you'll probably eat a very tiny amount of blood in your food. I probably eat a very tiny amount of blood in my pork chop. Not pork chop, my... What's it called? I'll eat a little bit of blood in my hamburger. And it's impossible to get all the blood out. But most of the blood gets out. Anyway, things start to get a little bit bad when you take blood and it contaminates other things like mozzarella sticks. That's no.
What the
No.
fuck is that?
These are my. I don't serve these. These are mine.
How many times a day do you go into that walk-in? Roughly 100. 100. Disgusting. Hold on.
That's broccoli rabe, left over from my brother's wedding.
They're left over from...
No! Okay. I'm sorry if I paused it multiple times, but here's the thing. If you're going to... Why would you do this? This is leftover... Okay. If I found out if I went to a restaurant and I found out that there was food from X's wedding, I'd say, no, you're gonna go get me some fresh food, or I'm going to leave. Like, I'll be like, you can either give me fresh food right now. I'm sorry, but no. I don't really want you to do anything anyway. But, Wyatt, you go to a restaurant, okay? Now I want you to imagine that the owner says, I kept this food from X's wedding. What would you do? Would you leave? Because if you would leave, I wouldn't freaking blame you. That's gross. What's it called? What's it called? Oh, so you left that was left over from your wedding, right? isn't it your 25th anniversary?
Come on, guys.
Have you any idea how bad a turnip needs to go before it gets that bad? Touch that. Just touch. Just.
I'm not serving it. We're not using it.
Any idea how bad?
So, let's go. When you serve food in a restaurant, it can't just come from my house. It can't be the leftovers. No, it has to be bought from the store. It has to be bought from the company. There cannot be a third party. Like, third party that touches, like, I mean, like, I don't mean, like, oh, if you buy it from a guy that buys it somewhere, like, let's say there's a company that buys it from, or let's say we have company, oh, hi, Julia. Let's say I have company A, and it buys from company B, and I'm a restaurant, and I buy from company A, right? It doesn't matter. As long as the food is not unwrapped or contaminated, that's a good food. But if it was in someone's house and it was a leftover, no, it's unacceptable, and it's not good just to do that. I would leave. No kidding. The food would literally probably be from 1969, dude. When were you married? Back in the Cold War?
A slice of veal needs to go that colour. Just smell that.
What's that color?
There's a veal in there.
Smells bad. How long is that there?
Couldn't have been 2 days, Mom.
Oh, fuck off.
No. No.
What in the fuck is going on?
I'm reacting.
It's over. Who rotates? Freshness. That's my stuff. Really? Fuck me. Seriously? Why throw my lemons like that for? Why you take my product and you throw it away? Hey, look. Okay. Want to see some more?
Oh my god. 327. Let's go. Oh, I love the ignorance coming from this guy. Why do you throw my my lemons about like that? They're moldy, you dumbass. Dude, okay, I find value in everything. Moldy food is valueless. Well, except for one thing. You can compost it, and that's it. That's the only thing you can do. Compost it or dumpster it. But dude, they're moldy. Just spend $100. You probably get $1,000 per like hour. Spend $100. Get a new box of lemons. That's all you gotta do.
Chicken. Fucking hell.
Oh god.
What's this for? Where's that from then, chef? Those are for today. Those are not going to be served to the public. Oh, they're not going to be served to the public.
Unwrapped. You should have that wrapped.
So you're saving them for what? Talk to me then. They're just from this morning. You bullshitting little fucker. No, you're a little fucker. I'm telling you, this were made today. So if you don't fucking believe me, then it's your responsibility.
Okay, another one.
This fridge is dreadful.
Okay, so the first... Yeah, maybe there. Okay, so the first thing I see that's wrong with this fridge, there's a piece of ham and it's stored on the shelf. No. If you're going to store food, it cannot be touching the shelf. It has to be wrapped or put into a tub in order to store it. What's it called? The metal can rub off onto the food and cause a tetanus contamination. I would not like that. Also, okay, actually, wait a second. If he stores one piece of meat like this, how many other pieces of meat could he store like this? He could be storing damn chicken like this. And by the way, let me not remind you, pork is extremely, like, evil when you get food poisoning from it. It will screw you up. What's it called? Even if I ate pork and it was clean pork, I would get a bad stomachache from it. This guy is storing a whole ass piece of ham without even it being wrapped. There's a problem there.
Chicken breast.
Oh my god.
Bloody chicken breast.
Not even taking out the bag. That's
55 degrees. What's it called? 55 degrees, by the way. And all this stuff in the freezer needs to be stored below 34 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 60.
What is that?
unbelievable.
Pork belly in a carrier bag on the floor.
On the
It's
floor.
pork belly, you've got cooked chicken. It's actually hot inside, just festered in there. Next to the
I think I have.
Cooked chicken, raw pork. Jesus Christ.
I think I've heard about that.
What the fuck is that?
Good. I hope they send.
Chili.
I hope they send more of them over. I really want to shoot something that's flying that isn't a bird and that isn't a plane. I could use a little bit of aerial target practice, if you know what I mean. So China, send a little bit more of those balloons over there. I need to practice my 22 aerial aiming skills. Yeah, let's go. It's okay with to pop it. God, can you imagine POV? That'd be the best bill that gets passed. Government passes a bill that rewards you money for hunting Chinese spy balloons. Dude, I would honestly just take my Crosstrek. I'd go across the country and just shoot them suckers down like a freaking D-Day cannon. Hey.
Oh my god.
It's green! Why? Hey.
This is raw pork.
It's green.
It's not my pork that you served to me, is it?
No, that's the old pork they left.
That's the old pork. When's this one from? Not Thanksgiving again.
Stuff what? Mushroom.
Smell that! Smell it! That's fucking older than me! Smell it! Yours?
That's your sauce, Aaron.
What in the fuck is this? Oh my god. Is that flounder?
It's definitely old.
Definitely old.
Ah, yes, let's conduct. What's it called? That's like saying your finger slipped. I don't want to. I'm sorry if I get too political, but like, oh, we're doing a weather report. In America, China, if you want weather data, you can literally just search up NOAA and get. Are you serious? Like that's a lame. Oh, I don't believe it. The United States, I'm not trying to brag. The United States is one of the best countries probably for documenting its own weather. Go to NOAA. You can read every tornado report that's ever touched the ground and lifted. You can see where it touched and where it landed, where it's gone, where it ended, what time it ended, what year it ended, how big it was, the severity. You can also, I bet you if you look somewhere on Nano, yeah, I floated away. Let's see. Actually, let's get the computer. Never mind, I don't have my computer. But called. I have observed wind patterns, and it doesn't seem like it would cross. It'd go that far. Because if balloons get too high, they eventually pop from pressure, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if it's from pressure, but they do pop if they get too high up into the air. That is a shitty excuse. They don't. I say bullshit. It's not. It is not an accident. You don't send something on accident. So if it were like a weather, oh god, no. If it were a weather buoy, I'd believe it a little bit, like, cause maybe it floated, but like, nah, there's no way there's a balloon. Wait a second, in Tennessee, so you're saying a balloon flew all the way over the Pacific Ocean, and then the Rocky Mountains, and then the Appalachian Mountains, if it wanted to travel down that route. Be right back. crap. Let's see. Let's observe wind patterns. Now, wind patterns change from time to time, but let's say... Hey, let's go to... let's go wind. Try on wind animation. By the way, I've observed that China has a very weak wind flow. China's wind flow is very choked. See, look. Oh, wait, what's this? What's this? Look! Coastal winds to blow the balloon, it'd have to blow east or northeast. It's blowing southwest. Look. See that wind? Right there? China has a wind flow. Where's China? It flows down the country like... It started in Canada to here. Let's see. The wind is actually going right here for right now, but it's very weak. Maybe it was an accident because, let's go. It could be an accident. You never know. It could, but with a country like China that has us in their crosshairs, like their government has us in their crosshairs, and they really do not like us, there's more a chance that China to Canada. I've heard about it, but I didn't actually research into it. Chinese balloon. Yeah, let's. I want to see this.
I was down to talk to my doctor about Rebelsis.
It looks like a weather balloon, but it can.
Look, we built PG, which single-handedly stopped the rise of the far right in.
I don't care.
From your national.
Oh wait, never mind. It's Mr.
US defense chiefs have identified what they say is a second Chinese surveillance balloon, this time
Seriously?
in America. The first balloon is floating across the US Midwest. Anthony Blinken, the US Secretary of State, has cancelled a trip to Beijing and accused the Chinese authorities of being irresponsible. China insists the balloon is a weather monitoring device which has blown off course. Our North America correspondent Peter Bowes reports.
A surreal but increasingly serious international row. This speck in the sky could be spying on the US. The Chinese balloon that's been hovering over the country for several days. China insists it's a platform to conduct weather-related research that's deviated from its route. Beijing has apologized, but the US State Department says it stands by its assessment.
It could always be an accident. You never know if it's an accident, but at the same time, it is a little bit fishy.
We're seeing reports of a balloon transiting Latin America. We now assess it is another Chinese surveillance balloon. Anthony Blinken had been due in Beijing this weekend to hold talks on a wide range of issues, including security, Taiwan, and COVID-19. But he said that was no longer possible because the purpose of the trip, to forge better relations between the two countries, had been undermined.
The presence of this surveillance balloon in U.S. airspace is a clear violation of U.S. sovereignty and international law. That it's an irresponsible act and that the PRC's decision to take this action on the eve of my planned visit is detrimental to the substantive discussions that we were prepared to have.
Beijing says in a phone call on Friday night, Mr. Blinken was told by his Chinese counterpart that accidental incidents had to be dealt with in a calm and professional manner, and that both parties needed to avoid any misjudgments. US defense officials say the first balloon is still hovering somewhere over the United States, and they're keeping their options open.
And I can tell you that the balloon continues to move eastward and is currently over the center of the continental United States. Again, we currently assess that the balloon does not present a military or physical threat at this time.
Officials say the immediate objective is to get this balloon out of US airspace. Peter Bowes, BBC News.
Too bad I couldn't find it. I could help really good at that.
China correspondent Stephen McDonald has been gauging the response from Beijing.
If someone had asked what will be the first major point of conflict between the US and China this year, I don't think many of us would have guessed it's a balloon or now a series of balloons, but this is where we are. Now, what we're getting from the Chinese side is that China's most senior foreign policy official, Wang Yi, has now had a telephone call with Antony Blinken. And according to the foreign ministry here, I'm just reading from a sort of readout of that phone call, he called for steadiness, communication to avoid misjudgment regarding this balloon. He also, though, did say that China would not accept any groundless conjecture or hype regarding the matter. And in another written response from the foreign ministry today, they've said that some politicians and media in the US have hyped up this matter. China has done its best to say that this is a balloon that's accidentally gone off course, but you know it hasn't worked in terms of keeping the trip going ahead. And imagine if you're an official, either in Washington or Beijing, who's been working on this trip, the hope that Antony Blinken visiting Beijing this weekend was going to lead to something of a breakthrough in terms of mending relations. Instead, we've got the trip put on hold, and worse than that, a new point of crisis.
So where do you think that leaves relations now? Will both sides be keen to try and get it back on track as quickly as possible?
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, look, imagine there's a series of things that could happen. Just say that the US is able to get hold of this and determine that it actually does look like it was a weather balloon, which potentially had drifted off course. Well, that, of course, would ease tensions, and then they might say, okay, well, let's get the trip back on track. Another possibility is that they decide, well, you know what, sure, it's a weather balloon, but actually it could also be used for spying. Now, nevertheless, you know, of course, the US spies on China. Everyone spies on everyone. So what they might also do is just let things calm down for a little bit, and then perhaps after the big political meeting here in March, reschedule another time for Antony Blinken to visit China to attempt yet again to ease tensions between the world's two superpowers.
Stephen McDonald there. Well, earlier I spoke to Sam Roggeveen, who is a director of the Lowy Institute International Security Program. I asked him if he thought it was an accident or deliberate.
Do you own your home in Illinois, but still rent?
Yes, I actually no, I don't.
In breaking news this morning, the US
You stupid little
suspected Chinese spy balloon flying over the state of North Carolina. The airspace around 3 airports had been closed to help assist in the mission. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken had cancelled a diplomatic visit to China, calling the balloon a violation.
High in the sky, it's the small white dot looming large. The Americans say this is a Chinese surveillance balloon with a flight path that's taken it over sensitive military sites.
The fact is, we know that it's a surveillance balloon, and I'm not going to be able to be more specific than that. We do know that the balloon has violated U.S. airspace and international law, which is unacceptable.
The balloon is believed to have departed from mainland China and was first sighted over the Aleutian Islands near Alaska. It's then thought to have passed over Canada before being sighted over Billings in Montana. Nearby is Malmstrom Air Base, where 150 intercontinental ballistic missiles are held. The US Air Force scrambled fighter jets and surveillance aircraft upon discovering the balloon, which is the size of 3 buses. The Americans decided against shooting it down, wary of danger from debris falling on the ground, and confident it wasn't gathering significant intelligence. But it casts a diplomatic shadow. Following a meeting with South Korea's foreign minister, the US Secretary of State was due to fly to Beijing. His talks with President Xi have now been postponed.
Once we detected the balloon, the U.S. government acted immediately to protect against the collection of sensitive information. We communicated with the PRC government directly through multiple channels about this issue. We concluded that conditions were not conducive for a constructive visit at this time.
China, meanwhile, has called the balloon a civilian airship used for research, mainly meteorological purposes. It says it regrets the unintended entry of the airship into US airspace. America begs to differ, calling it unacceptable and a violation of sovereignty.
I think the Chinese really were doing it because they can, in response to long-standing use of American spy planes up and down the China coast and sometimes intruding into Chinese airspace. The value of the airship or balloon in intelligence gathering terms probably would be quite small.
Following the sighting of the airship over the United States, the Pentagon said last night it was seeing reports of a balloon which was, in its words, transiting Latin America and was being assessed as another Chinese spy balloon. It may yet raise tensions even higher.
And those tensions will go higher, of course, as we say, updating the news that the US have shot down that balloon.
Alright. That sucks because I wish I could shoot it down. Yeah, please send some more balloons over that aren't surveillance balloons. I want to shoot some down. But I don't really want to kill something or someone. Is this the right way to build that?
What in the fuck is this? Oh my god. Is that flounder? It's definitely old. Definitely old? It's green. Smell that. Have you seen a kitchen like this before? Well, this place is littered with crap.
Jesus Christ.
What's that there?
CO2 for the beer.
Look at those shelves. I mean, that's grime. That's like 14 years of grime there. Jesus Christ.
Chef Ramsay was that? Oh, there's dust here. This is just like, it's not that bad.
No, all I need is literally a microgram of whatever is dirty, and it can contaminate everything.
That's supposed to be eggplant. Eggplant parmesan.
When were they cooked?
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday? God almighty. Look at that. Oh, feel that.
Tomato sauce.
Yeah, but feel it.
I know we just made it today.
So what's it doing in the fucking fridge? Hold that.
I know it's hot.
Hold it. What does hot things do that are sealed that goes inside a cold fridge? The sauce goes sour.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that. Can I suggest you spend 5 minutes sorting out your shit first before you start cooking, yeah?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I should have known better. He's right, but he's just a pain in the ass about it.
Gary.
Please?
And the order's pouring in. Jim and Jeff get back to cooking.
Dang, order green beans, please. Got it.
And begin to send food out of the kitchen.
Make sure they say a prayer before they start eating that.
Hey, the chicken?
But the diners are less than impressed.
Okay. They sent us back.
They didn't like it?
They said that you can't eat it.
What was this?
It was like a pile of
And a pile of mush. A pile of mush.
Is anyone tasting anything? Seasoning? Tasting?
Every time a dish came back, it was like losing a customer, and it hurts. What was wrong with it?
It's too floury and not enough sauce.
It makes me feel like a loser. I do really feel like a loser right now.
No. This is good. Just take the info and learn from it.
Frustrated.
You either win or you learn.
I'm working on it.
Get outside, get some fresh air.
Let's go. I got this one.
What's the matter?
That was a failure.
You can't give up like that.
I'm trying to. It's not going right.
I need to see what I've got to work with before I can start looking at any form of change. You have to bounce back.
I'm working on it. I really am.
Jeff, you've got to.
Okay, come on. Okay.
Let's go. Fight back. Let's go. Come on.
Chef Ramsay's right. You gotta pull yourself together and get it back in there and get through.
That's the good energy that we were looking for.
Thanks to Chef Ramsay's encouragement, Jeff jumps back into dinner service and tries to help his brother Jim get the kitchen back on track.
Keep it up, Jim. You're doing a good job.
But unfortunately, it only makes matters worse.
Jim, what have you done to those?
I don't know what happened to those. I really don't.
Defrosted them in the bag?
I think they were defrosted in the bag, and I.
Jeff,
Yeah.
the chicken tenders. What did you do to them to defrost them?
I put it on the steam table.
You defrosted them in the steam table from frozen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now what you're supposed to do?
No. Frozen food needs to be defrosted naturally.
Right.
Give me the bag. Where's the bag? Jesus Christ. Oh, God almighty. We can't serve them. You'll fucking kill somebody. Jim, talk to me.
What am I supposed to say? It's a mistake.
It's a legal mistake. Oh, God. What is that?
Not.
Baked potato. Thank fuck I missed that one twice.
Who freezes a baked potato?
So dirty.
Christ.
God, when was that cleaned?
Oh my God.
What is that?
That's awful.
1,000 times worse than I thought it would be.
My restaurant I work at is like 40 years old, and it's not anywhere near as dirty as that. He could scrape shit off the walls with a freaking spatula. That, we have a old restaurant. It's not as anywhere near dirty as that. Our restaurant looks like shiny clean compared to that. That is bad. Damn. Ugh.
Looks like lava.
That is a fire hazard. If you don't know...
Kitchen health hazard.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Stinks. What's going on?
Jesus Christ. Oh, that's bad. Coming from a guy that washes raw chicken buckets without gloves. Ugh. Oh, God, that makes me sick. All that shit just built up on the wall. If that place caught on fire, it's going down in seconds. It's be like the frickin' Hindenburg. Maybe not in seconds, that's exaggerating. But you get the point. It's a very bad...
That is off as well. Salmon. And look, some dirty fuckers picked all the bones out and just left them on the side. What a waste to go in a fridge. That stinks. So the hoarding isn't just...
There's way too much food in that freezer.
food.
Gross.
Oh, shit. Look at the state of this. Dirty, dirty fucker. This is the
Dessert, start, preparation. It's not blood. That's disgusting. And these?
Lamb chops.
And what's the setting? What is that?
Water.
Yeah, water.
Dirty water, yeah.
Dirty water, you're right. And this here? What is that?
Fudge from a mud pie.
Fudge from a mud pie. That's sat on top of a leg of lamb. That's dripping with blood. You with me?
The place is littered with shit. Everywhere you turn. And for me, it was bad enough to see the crap in the dining room. I didn't expect that walk-in to be festering the way it is. What in the fuck are we doing? How old is that?
I don't know.
Look at the colour of the chicken.
Jesus.
Thinking of that.
It is so. It's almost the color of his skin.
In what? We're serving that. Excuse me. Look at the way we work. What is this? What is this? Anybody?
I have no idea.
You've got no idea. And this? How old's this? Oh my god. You disgusting pigs. Look at that. Yeah, it's fermented. Just smell that. Just smell that. Come on, please. You own it. Ladies, we've been serving that. See the mold around the side?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I thought that was basil. Oh my god.
No, that's not basil. I wish it was fucking basil. How long does a sauce sit in the fridge to get moldy around the top?
Quite a long time.
Fuck off, will you? Touch the wall! You dirty pig! This is disgusting!
Damn. It's got most disgusting kitchens. Let's see. The most disgusting kitchens on Hotel Hell. My kitchen, our kitchen's pretty good. It has, like, what's it called? It is faded. It looks dirty, but it's actually faded. Every day, the grease gets scraped off, and every few days, the grease or I think every day to, like, I don't know how often the oil gets removed, but the oil is removed regularly. And, you know, we all do our thing. But these guys probably don't. Let's see.
Fucking hell. Frozen. Wow, not even wrapped. Where are the burgers? I mean, it just doesn't look anything like a burger. And when it's processed like that and stamped and pressed, you can just tell. Frozen food. Wow. Brett, come with me. How's the fettuccine?
It's okay. Not the best.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Burgers. A burger cooked here locally, would you expect that to be frozen or fresh?
The burger's not frozen. The patties and everything come in frozen and they're thawed out.
Is that
like
most people thought it out? So it's not frozen then?
It comes in frozen. Yeah.
You thaw it out, and that to your customers is not a frozen burger.
Well,
stay there. Let me just show you something.
I'm waiting for him to come back. He's gonna ring me on something. Oh boy, here we go.
So there's your burgers.
It's a frozen.
Thank you. No, your husband said it wasn't.
No, what do you mean? No, it's frozen. Of course, I never said that it wasn't. We thaw it out here. Yeah. It comes in frozen.
Yeah.
It's still a frozen burger.
There's no such thing as a fresh burger. At least here in Eastern Washington.
Have you seen any of this stuff going on here? Do you have any idea what's going on? What's this?
Pre-cooked bacon.
Pre-cooked from when?
What?
It's dated. They do it every day, just about.
Why? No!
That's not
No. You have it raw, you store it in a freaking freezer, and then you fry it, or you cook it. That's not what our restaurant does. We make bacon, and I'm assuming it's pretty good, because it's one of the most ordered dishes.
They did, honestly, let's see what it says, 10/31.
We're in November the 6th now. This is insane. Look at that in there. Don't you drain that, or it just sits there in its blood? And in here?
That's a freezer.
What is that? What's that noise?
That's the fan.
What a nightmare. Hey, Karen, you've got no idea that this is going on like this? What is that in there?
That's
Dishwater.
no, it's French fries in there.
Fries. Why is the water so dirty?
Why?
Nobody didn't change
That looks like the water from my sink in my job.
Well, you're cooking fries from there tonight in that water. I saw them fill up the fryer twice.
It sucks.
Where'd you get the ham from?
She bought it at the store.
Holy crap.
It's a spiral cut. They cut it and put it in here. And then use it for side of ham for breakfast.
When was the last time this was clean?
Last year when I cleaned this, Chef.
Last year when we cleaned the oven. We're in November. When was the last time this was clean?
There's grime on our burners, but it's not that bad.
Last year when I cleaned this, Chef.
Last year when we cleaned the oven. We're in November. Last year.
Yes, sir. I asked Karen, I said, Karen, we need to shut down. So we gotta do maintenance.
Look at the mess. Why have you let it go like this?
I didn't know that they were doing things that were not
Karen,
that proper. No, but listen to me, Jeff.
This stuff bullshitting the guy, okay? Let's tell him the truth here, okay? I asked for some new equipment. I can't get no new equipment. Why not? I've been here for 4 years. I've been asking for new equipment. I can't work with this shit here. Look at that. I'm fucking pissed.
What is this? Wow. Oh, man.
What is that?
Look at that. The water's gone slimy. And you
Ew.
come here once a week? Yeah. What is that? Oh, boy. Fucking hell. What is that?
Pina colada.
Pina colada.
Why it's like that, I have no idea.
It's festered. It's off. It's bubbling. Oh, man.
That's terrible.
Fuck.
Trash, please. Trash. James, trash, please, now.
Pina colada.
Right down the drain.
By the bucket load in the walk-in fridge. I mean, who in the hell operates like this?
Gordon, this is Chef Ben's job. He's the executive chef.
The executive chef. And you made him that executive chef, right?
Sure I did.
How do you feel now? What's that?
Tuna burger.
That's from the burger?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my God.
Uh.
Seriously?
Bacon.
It's gone. It's off. Fresh produce on top of old produce. Mouldy. And this one?
Ribeye.
Ribeye defrosting. What is this?
Those are the smoked grilled chicken wings before they go onto the char grill.
Oh, my God. And what is in this one? You are
Chicken.
kidding me. So underneath in that bucket's what?
Cooked product.
Cooked chicken. And on top of it is what?
It's raw.
Raw
What?
chicken on top of cooked chicken.
No!
I am at a...
Oh, I thought it was touching.
Do you know the best way out of this?
Oh God, that's awful.
What a mess. Wheels are stuck. He's just sliding on the fucking grease. Oh, God. That is gross. Miranda, you got 2 seconds? Sure. Just stand behind there, will you?
Oh my goodness.
Just, please stand behind there. I'm...
What is this? Maceo, you guys just cleaned this. Is this from today?
I don't even know what's back there, Verinda.
What? When was that cleaned?
They just cleaned it 2 days ago. They got spilled everything there.
Come here. I know, hand on heart, that is not from yesterday. That is not from
No,
yesterday.
that's years of buildup. That's on. Yeah, what's it called? Usually every once in a while, like every once a week, maybe, or month, or about once or twice, no, 2 or 4 times a month, I'll usually get behind some of the areas that we prepare our salads in. I can tell you what buildup looks like. That's probably at least a year buildup.
Watch your eyes. Who cleans this shit? Who is it?
Since I've been here, no one's cleaned it.
Since you've been here?
No one's cleaned
I
it.
appreciate your honesty. Brenda.
Yeah.
Since he's been here, he's never cleaned it. This place is disgusting. And this?
Well, Gordon, I don't come and do this. I trust them that they would clean when they're... You guys cleaned the floor the other day, didn't you?
We cleaned the line the other day. We sweeped the line.
You said you guys took out...
No,
I never said that. I never said that.
Stop.
Never
You're
said
just trying to make excuses. Yes, you are. Aren't you embarrassed?
Very.
At least you told the fucking truth. The owner's in denial. That has been pulled out for fucking months.
That wasn't pulled out.
Huh. Gordon Ramsay stops hotel from serving 6-month-old chicken. Oh, wait. What's it called? But God, who serves 6-month-old chicken? That is a like hell sentence waiting to happen. I know this building could have been better, but I just want to move on from it. No, Yukon. This block is filled up. Look how good it looks. This building is like average in my opinion. My favorite one is probably this one. I'll play some Horizon. Sorry for